Okay. Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. Can you guys please confirm in the chat I am audible? Yes, everyone. So welcome back again to the new session of this bootcamp essentials. And guys, today we are going to learn about file handling. Okay. And in the first session, everyone is asking about what is this C out, C in. Okay. What is this double arrow, right? And everything, right? What is this iostream class, iostream header file? Sorry. So in the today's session, we are going to get the deep understanding about each and every terms that we have missed in the first class, and as well as we are going to learn about file handling also. And yes, we are going to move with the project also, right? That is the employee management project that we are discussing in the yesterday class. We are going to continue the same project today also, right? So let me share my screen first. Great. Great, everyone. My screen is visible now. And there is one more exciting announcement. Yes, today also we are having a quiz. And again, those who are getting first, second, and third, they will get a shout out at our Let's Upgrade web page. Okay, on our social media also. So yesterday I won the first rank, but yes, today I am expecting every audience present in the class. I am expecting to beat me in the quiz competition. Okay, that will work. So guys, how's the Josh? Everyone is ready for the session? Shall we start the session now? Yes, everyone? Great. So let me share my screen first, right? This one screen is already shared, right? Okay, here, right? This one. So again, we will be discussing about theoretical part first, and after that we will be moving to the coding part. Okay. Great. Okay. So here, today we are discussing about file handling, right? File handling, right? So guys, what we have learned till now? Okay, we have learned about variables, we have learned about functions, we have learned about primitive data type, we have learned about user defined data type. Yes or no, guys? Okay. So basically, here, right? Here, when we are storing the data, right? When we are storing the data, this data gets stored where, everyone? This data gets stored inside the memory that we have learned, right? But which kind of memory? Okay, which kind of memory? The memory where this data gets stored, the data that you are storing inside the variable, the data you are storing inside the data structure that we have the array, right? So these data get stored inside RAM, right? So we have this RAM, and inside RAM, all the data that you are storing inside a variable, inside the data structure, that gets stored. So here inside the RAM, your system allocate some memory to your program, right? Like this. Let's assume this is your program here, right? So your system allocate some memory to your program, and to this memory, whatever data you are declaring and storing, right? That is here int x is equal to 10. So this 10 will get stored inside this RAM, right? This is clear, everyone. And RAM is what? RAM is a temporary storage area, right, everyone? Temporary storage area. That is, during the lifetime of the program, the memory is allocated, right? During the scope of the variable, the memory is allocated for this x. And after the score is over, after the program is over, the memory will be gone, right, everyone? So in real world, basically we are dealing with a huge amount of data, right? And we have to store the data permanently also. And for that reason, we use various data storage, right everyone? We use various data storage, that is our MySQL, Oracle, and other stuff, right? Your MongoDB, right everyone? Yes or no? So that we can store the data permanently, and according to the use case, we can use the data and we can perform operations on those particular data, right everyone? Yes or no? So here we have this RAM, and now if I have to store the data permanently, right, then we have the hard disk, right? This one, hard disk. Okay. So if you want to store the data permanently, you have to store it inside the hard disk, right? So here, since we are dealing with this file handling system, right? So here we will create a file, and whatever data we are storing inside the hard disk, right everyone? This is clear? Yes or no? Okay, this is clear. After that, let's move to the second part, right? So here, basically, how the data gets stored, right? How the movement is happening, how everything is happening behind the scenes. So we have a keyword stream, right? So what is a stream here? Okay, so stream is a way to describe the flow of data, right? It is a way to describe the flow of data here, right? That is your data is moving into or out of the memory, right? That is your data is moving into or out of memory here, right? Yes, everyone. This is clear. Okay, great. Yes. So now let's see. So basically, guys, what happened behind the scene? Okay, so you have the keyboard here, right? Okay, you have the keyboard here. Let's take Satvik, right? Satvik is here. So Satvik is typing something on the keyboard, right? Satvik is typing something on the keyboard, and I want that particular thing in my program. I want to store that particular user input inside my variable or inside my data structure or inside my permanent storage, right, everyone? So here we have the keyboard, right? And he will type something here, right? This is Satvik. Yeah. So he will type something here. And that something will get first stored inside the buffer, right? We have the buffer here, right? And after that, from buffer, it will go to the program, right? It will go to the program. That is your program. This one here, right? And here you can see, guys, this process, right? This process is handled by your iStream, right? This process is handled by your iStream. Okay, so stream is clear. What is stream? Stream is the way, stream is a keyword that describes the flow of data. It creates a pipeline. Okay, you know, you have a pipeline, and inside that pipeline water flows, right? Similarly, you can assume you have a pipeline from your external device, right? From your external device. Here, this is the external device we have. Okay, external device, and we are creating a pipeline, and through that pipeline we are sending the data, right? We are sending the data, and in stream of bytes. Basically, this data will go how? This data will go in stream of bytes, that is in 0 and 1 format, right? In 0 and 1 format, right? So here, if I have to take input from the user, right? Let's assume Satvik is typing 10 here. That 10 will get stored inside the variable. Let's assume int x is here and c in x here, right? So that 10 will get stored inside this x variable. That is clear? Yes or no? That is clear? Okay, great. So here, similarly, we have different external device like keyboard, okay, and keyboard is here, right? Similarly, we have the file, right? We have the file also. Yes or no? We have the file also. That is clear? Okay, so basically here, this one here, right? So this part, okay, this process, okay, someone has written the code already for this process. This pipeline they are already creating behind the scene. Someone has already written the code. You have to just use the code. You have to just use the data member and member function, right? So where they have written the code, they have written the code inside some class, right? So basically, whenever you are including this header file, that is IOStream header file, inside this header file, we have the class defined. Okay, we have the class defined. So first let me break the tree here. That is, we have this IO stream, right? Class. We have this IO stream class. And inside this IO stream class, right? This is a parent class. Okay, IO stream is a parent class. And for IO stream class, we have this child class as iStream and this OStream, right? Okay, so iStream is the child class of this iOS, and this OStream is the child class of iOS. And this iStream, inside this iStream, the code is already implemented by the developer of C++. Okay, they have already implemented the code of creating the pipeline, transferring the data from the external source to the program. They have already written the code. You just have to create the object, and with the help of the object, you have to use the data member and member function, right everyone? So here also iStream, right? So we have this iStream, we have this OStream, right everyone? So iStream, inside this iStream, the code is already implemented. Now, in order to use the data member and member function of a class, we need the object. So for iStream, for taking input from the keyboard, okay, from taking input from the keyboard, we have the predefined object. We have the predefined object. And that predefined object is what? Cin, right? Cin here. And we have the extraction operator. This is extraction operator. Yes, everyone. Similarly, to take the data from the program and to print the data on the output screen, right? Here. This is my program. Okay. Right? To take the data from the program and to print the data on the output screen here, that is on the console, right? Again, there will be stream of bytes that is flowing from the program to the output screen, right everyone? There will be stream of bytes, and here that responsibility is given to poststream. The code for handling this part, that is taking the data out from the program and showing the data on the output screen, this part is already written in this class, that is poststream class. What you have to do, again, you have to use the class. And how you will use the class data members and member function? With the help of object, right everyone? So here for OStream, you have the object that is cout, right? You have the object that is cout, and these objects are predefined object. You don't have to define the object, right? You just have to include the header file, and after that directly you can use cin and cout. And after that we have the insertion operator, right? Okay, insertion operator, that is clear. And these guys, right, these operator here, that is extraction operator, these insertion operator, right, these are your operator overloading, right? That is operator overloading. Inside these operator overloading, the code is already implemented. You don't have to go through the code. What is there? What is the logic implemented there? You just have to use the keyword cin and extraction operator that is responsible for taking the data from the keyboard and storing the data inside the variable data structure or your permanent data storage. Similarly, you have the cout object, and cout object is responsible for doing what? For taking the data from the program and printing the data on the output screen. That is clear? Yes or no, guys? Please give a thumbs up if this is clear. Okay, so I can see Vaibhav is here. Okay, great. Great, Abhijit, you are from Bihar. I am also from UP. Yeah. So guys, can you please comment yes, no, if this is clear? What is this cin and what is this cout? This is clear. So cin and cout are objects. Cin is the object of iStream class and cout is the object of OStream class. And basically why we are creating object? Because the code for doing this process, for the code for creating this data pipeline, okay, the code for creating this pipeline and passing the data from the keyboard to the program, right? That is already implemented inside the iStream class, right? So you have to just create the object, and with the help of the object, you have to use this process, right? That is clear. Yes, everyone. So here we have this iOS, that is the main class, and here, right, we have the child class of this iOS, that is iStream and OStream, and iStream is responsible for taking the data from the external source and storing the data inside the program, that is using Steam, right? And OStream is responsible for taking the data from the program and printing the data to the console. And how you can achieve this thing? By creating the object, that is cout. And these objects are predefined object. You don't have to create this object, just you can directly use this object, right? And from iStream, right? From iStream, there is one more class, that is that is the child class of this iStream class, okay? That is ifstream, right? And similarly for OStream, we have one more class, that is OFstream class, that is responsible for OFstream class, that is a child class of OStream class. And here, right, these two classes we have. 1 minute, guys. This one, right? So basically, we have this ifstream class, that is a child class of this iStream, and we have OFstream class, that is a child class of this OStream class, right? And the functionality, whatever code is written here, is what? Is for handling the, now your external device is not keyboard, right? If you have to read the data from the file into your program, right, then the code is implemented inside this ifstream, right? So here, this is your file, and this file is where? Inside the hard disk, right, everyone? Inside the hard disk here, right? And you have this program here, right? You have this program here. Okay, so basically, if you have to read the data from the file, okay, and you have to store the data inside the program, okay, then you will, again, you have this iStream, right? You have this iStream, that is your input stream, right? Input stream here. And this process code is already written inside this class, that is your ifstream, right? So again, this time, there is no predefined object. You have to create the object of this particular class, right? How to create the object? That is, you have to write the data type. Now the data type is what? Your class name only, right? That is ifstream. And after that, the name of the object, right? It can be anything. That is F. You can say input, right? It can be anything here. So like this. And after creating the object, we will be seeing the process. But yes, this is clear, everyone. Similarly, we have this OFstream class, right? OFstream class. And inside this OFstream class, what code is written? This one. That is, we have this program, right? Okay. And we have this file and this program, right? This file here and this program here, right? So now, right? So here, right? That is cout. Okay, this one here, and so guys, we have this one here, and here what will happen? We have this program, right? And from program, okay, from program, if you have to store something, right? If you have to put something, if you have to transfer the data, right? If you have to transfer the data from the program to the file, then what you will do? You will use the object of OFstream class, right? The object of OFstream class, right, everyone? This is clear? Yes or no? So basically, if you have to print something on the output screen, that is on the console, then what you will do? You will take the data from the program and you will print the data on the console. And the code for doing this process is implemented inside the OStream class, right? Is implemented inside the OStream class, and you have to use the predefined object, that is cout. And similarly, if you have to take the data from the program and you have to store the data inside the file, then what you will do? You will use the object of OFstream class. That is clear now? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if this is clear. Great. So let's move to the code now, right? Let's move to the code here. That is code is what? This one. This one. Let me open this one, right? Yeah. So guys, in the previous session, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the class, right? We have created a class employee management, right? Now I'm writing the code on the Visual Studio Code. The steps are simple. You have to go download Visual Studio Code. After that, you can download the compiler, that is MinGW compiler, and after that you can do the environment variable setup if you have the Windows. Okay, that is clear. So here inside this here, right, inside this Visual Studio Code, what I have done, I have created a file that is variable.cpp. It can be any file. The extension should be cpp here. And after that, what I have done, I have created this class, that is class employee management. And here you can see, guys, right, there are some data members that we have defined in the yesterday session. That is our name, ID, designation, age, CTC, and experience. And after that, we have defined some member function, right? That is the insert member function and display, right? And in the insert member function, what we are doing, we are printing some message, and after that we are taking input inside the name, ID, designation, age, CTC, and experience, right? This is clear. And after that, in the main function, what we are doing, guys, we are creating the object, right? Here we are creating the object, that is at line number 43, right? Yes or no? So can you guys write in the chat? This is what? This is a static object creation or dynamic object creation? Please write in the chat. Let's see now. This is a static object creation or dynamic object creation? So can you please increase the font size? Okay. Now, Surya, this is clear? Okay. So I have asked a question, guys. Please write in the chat. Okay. This object that I have created at line number 43, this is static or dynamic object creation? Okay. Rajesh is saying static. Anyone else? Static. Everyone is saying static. Uh, guys, please attend the previous two sessions. We have discussed, right, in detail. In detail, we have discussed this new keyword, right? New keyword is responsible for creating memory inside the heap, right? And heap is what? It is a dynamic memory allocation. So this object we are creating is dynamic, right? Not static. Yes, everyone. And this new keyword is responsible for creating the memory inside the heap, and it will return the starting address. And to hold the starting address, we have to create a pointer. That's why we are creating a pointer in the left hand side part. Right, everyone? That is clear. And after that, at line number 44, what we are doing? We are calling a function. And how to call a function when you are creating this pointer here? Then you have to use an arrow symbol, or you can dereference it, right? That is how to dereference it. That is like this. That is, if you are not comfortable with arrow, then like this you have to dereference it, right? That is star emp, and that will go to that particular address inside the heap, and in the heap it will call the display function, right? That is clear. Yes or no? Okay, great. So both the method are, like, you can go with any one of the way, that is using the arrow symbol or using this dereferencing, right? I'm going with the arrow one. Right, everyone? So now what I have to do, right? This we have discussed in the yesterday session, right? Class, object, what is class, what is object, what is object-oriented programming, right, everyone? What is procedural programming? We have discussed in the yesterday session, right? So now what I have to do, this data is what? Whatever data we are storing right now inside this name, ID, designation, age, CTC. These data are getting stored where, guys? Again, the next question, please write in the chat. These data are getting stored in the RAM or in the hard disk? Let's see now. Here we are taking input from the user, and these data are getting stored where, guys? In the RAM or in the hard disk? Yes, everyone. No one? Great. RAM, right? RAM, that is correct. RAM, this we have discussed right now only, right? Here, you can see this one here, right? Hmm. So whatever data, right? Whatever temporary data that you are storing inside the variable data structure, that gets stored where, guys? It gets stored inside the RAM, right? And RAM is a temporary storage area, not hard disk, not hard disk, Abhinav, right? It is RAM, right? That is clear. So whenever you hit on the run button, so basically some memory gets allocated behind the scene inside the RAM for the program to run, right? And when you are storing the data inside the variable, inside the data structure, right? Then that data gets stored inside the RAM, right? And RAM is the temporary storage area, right? So it will not be permanent, right? During the lifetime of the program, it will be there, and after that, it will not be there, right? And if you want to handle permanent data storage, then somehow you have to store the data inside the hard disk, right? And file is one of the way to store the data inside the hard disk, right? That is clear. Okay, great. Okay. Hmm. Then this one, right? This one. So tell me, guys, here. Okay. Again, one question, right? Again, one question. Tell me, guys, constructor here I am not creating, right? Here I am not creating any constructor. Okay, so tell me, guys, will I get any error here? Because at line number 43 I am calling a constructor, right? When I am creating the object, I told you in the yesterday session, when we are creating the object, at that time the constructor is getting called. So tell me, guys, here I'm not creating any constructor, will I get any error? Please write in the chat. Yes, everyone. Will I get any error? Question is clear again. Okay. No, we will not get any error. Why? Because why we will not get any error? Because by default, our default constructor will get created behind the scene if you are not creating any constructor in your class, right, everyone? And here Naveen has one question, that is, so in our case, C++ stack and heap and constructor is held in RAM. So basically, Naveen, we have discussed this also in the yesterday session. Always memory is allocated to the variable, to the data structure, right? Yes or no? We have created a class and after that we are creating the object. Memory is allocated to the object, but not to the class, right? A negligible amount of memory is allocated and we can ignore that particular memory for the program, right? That is clear, Naveen? Yes. Okay, great. So now, guys, what I have to do, I have to store this data, the data that I'm taking here, right? The data that I'm taking input from the user, that data I have to store inside the file, that is inside the hard disk, right? Yes, inside the hard disk I have to store, right? So for storing the data inside the hard disk, what I will do, I have to use either ifstream class or either the object of ifstream class or ofstream class, and there is one more class, that is fstream. And fstream class is responsible, okay, fstream class is responsible for taking the data into the file and moving the data out of the file. Okay, so what I will do here, I will first include here, right? That is at line number 2, what I have done here, guys. I'm including this fstream header file, right? I'm including this fstream header file. And inside this header file, code is already implemented. You just have to create the object, and with the help of the object, you have to handle each and everything, right? So what I will do now here, right? That is inside the insert function. Now I have to store the data here that we are putting inside these variables, right? I have to store the data inside the permanent data storage. So what I will do, first I will create the object of fstream class, right? That is the name of the class fstream, right? And after that, the name of the object here, that is file here. Yes or no? This is clear? what I'm doing here, right? So it is like this, right? So like this. That is, if you are creating a class, employee here, right? Employee here. And after that, you have written some data members and member function, right? Now you have the main function, right? You have the main function, and now you want to access, now you want to use the properties and functionality of class employee. So what you will do, you will create the object. And how you will create the object? That is the name of class, and after that, the name of object, right? Name of object, that is the identifier here, right? So here employee E1. So what we have done, we have created an object here, right? Similarly, in order to put the data, from the program, okay, this is my program here. In order to put the data from the program to the file, right? To the file. This process, right? This process is already implemented somewhere. And where? Somewhere inside the upstream class, right? Inside the upstream class. Now, in order to use this process in your program, right? In order to use this process in your program, first what you will do? You will first include this header file, that is upstream, right? Hash include upstream, right? And after that, what you will do? You will create the object of this class upstream. How you will create the object of this class upstream? That is the name of the class upstream here. And after that, the name of the object. That is any object, any name you can write here. I'm writing 5. That is clear? Yes or no? Line number 17 is clear, guys. Please write in the chat if this is clear. Okay, so tell me guys, at line number 17, what I am doing? I am creating a static object or I am creating a dynamic object? Please write in the chat now. At line number 17, I am creating a static object or dynamic object? Yes, everyone. This time you can see we are not using any new keyword. At line number 17, we are not using any new keyword. That means we are creating a static object, right? We are creating a static object here. After that, what we have to do? Okay, after creating the static object, guys, what we have to do? Now, here, right? This one, that is this one. Let me show you, right? So we have this RAM, right? This is my RAM here. Okay, this is my RAM, and this is my hard disk, right? This is my hard disk. And inside hard disk, we have this file, right? Inside hard disk, we have this file. And inside RAM, we have some memory allocated for our program, right? We have memory allocated for the program. And now what I have to do? I have to take the data from the program and I have to store inside the file. So first what I will do? First, somehow I have to take this file and open this file. Okay. We have to open this file inside this RAM here, right? And after that, we can transfer the data, right? We can transfer the data here. So what I will do now? That is here, right? Here. So after taking input from the user, first I will open the file inside RAM. How I will open the file? By using file, right? This is what? This is object. And if you have to call any data member and member function, you have to use a dot operator. And to open the file, the code is already implemented inside the upstream class. You have to just use the method. And how you will use the method? By calling the method. And how you will call the method? By using the reference variable name, right? That is your object name, file, dot operator, and after that, name of the method, that is open, right? And this open method expect one parameter, that is the text file name. Okay, text file name here. So let's assume the text file name is employee dot text, right? Employee dot text here. This one. This one here, guys. So what I have done at line number 34, what I have done, let's see now. That is file dot open, and here employee dot text, right anyone? So here what it will do, it will check whether there is any file existing inside the current directory or not. Inside the current folder, is there any file with the name employee or not, right? Employee or not. If there is no file with this name, then what it will do, it will create a file. It will create a file in this current directory, right? So here also you can see, guys, at present, if I will show you this current directory, so in this current directory, there is no file with the name employee.txt, right? So first it will check whether there is already existing file with the name employee.txt or not. And if it is already there, then it will take the data from the program and it will put the data, it will dump the data inside the file. And if the file is not created, it will create a new file, and after that it will put the data, right? So here, let's run the code, right? Let's run the code. So how I will run the code? Here, right? Here I have already implemented this one. I have already created the object, and this main is the entry point from where the execution will start. And now I will call this insert function, right? I will call this insert function here. Let's see now. This one here. And guys, focus on the left hand side part also, right? So here, in order to run the program, we will use this G++, and after that this one compile. Okay, first we are compiling the code, and after that we will run the executable file, that is ./a. Right? Let's see now. So let's take input from the user, that is Abhishek, right? And ID is 123. Designation is, let's assume, manager, right? Age is 34 and CTC is 245678, and experience is 2 years, right? Let's assume this one. Let's hit enter on the button, right? So now you can see, guys, this one here, and now, right? So here it is not getting created, right? So we have to create it. 1 minute, let me check again. This one, right? It is not getting created right now, right? So employ this one, right? So let's take some input also, right? Let's read the data, right? Let's read the data and store the data inside the file. So reading the data means what, guys? Reading the data means what? Basically, we have to use which operator? So here, this one, right? That is, we have seen, right? Seen, and after that we have this operator, right? That is your extraction operator. And the functionality of this operator is what? It will take the data from the keyword and dump the data into the program, right? It will take the data from the keyword and it will dump the data into the program, right? Similarly, if I have to take the data from the program, right? If I have to take the data from the program and put the data on the console, what operator I will use? I will use the insertion operator. And right now our flow is what? Our flow is this one, that is from the program. From the program, we have to take the data out and we have to dump it inside the file, right? So we will use this operator, that is insertion operation. That is clear. And now the name of the object is what? It is file. So I will write file and after that this insertion operator, right? Everyone, that is clear. So here also, let me write it. Okay, that is here, file open, and after opening the file, what I will do? I will write the name of the object and after that insertion operator, right? This one here and this one, right? Okay, here, right? This one. And here what I have to dump, basically I have to dump the data of name, right? Whatever is stored inside the name, I have to dump it inside the file. Similarly, I have to dump what? I have to dump the data of ID, right? Similarly, I have to store the data of designation also, right? Okay. Similarly, what I have to do, I have to store the data of this one, that is age, right? And this one, similarly, I will store the data of CTC also, and I will store the data of experience also, right? So with the help of this insertion operator, what we are doing, guys, we are taking the data from the program and we are putting the data inside the file, right? Like this. Okay. And after putting the data, okay, first what I have done, I have opened the file in the RAM. After that, I'm taking the data from the RAM and I'm putting the data in the program, in the file. And after that, I will close the file. When my work is done, what I will do, I will close the file. That is file.close here, right? Let's see now this one here, right? So this one here, let me clear the screen now. And this one, ./a.out, and name of the employee, anything I can write here, 234, designation 23, and experience is 2 year, right? So here I have to create a file, right? Because it is not reading here, right? So let's create a file also. That is, if it is not creating, there is some issue, I guess, but yes, it should create, right? So here, employee.txt here, right? Employee.txt here, right? This thing. So here, let's see now. Let's run the code. That is, clear the screen and compile the code, execute the code, and now the name of the employee is what? Abhishek, right? ID is what? 123. Designation is what? Anything, manager. Age 23. CTC this. Employee experience 2 years, right? Let's see now. So guys, you can see now the data is present inside the file. That is clear. That is, we are able to take the data from the program and we are able to put the data inside the file using the insertion operator and using the object of fstream class. That is clear. Yes or no? Please write in the chat if this is clear. Okay. So here, let me take to the next line, right? Let me move to the next line. So here, this /n is here, right? And /n is responsible for moving the pointer to the next line, right? So that's why I've used /n here, right? So let me delete this data again. Here, right? See, this is clear. Everyone, please write in the chat if this is clear. That is taking the data from the file and putting the data in the taking the data from the program and putting the data on the file. That is clear. Yes. So not understandable. Satvik, what you're not able to understand? Simple task we are doing here, right? Simple process we are following here. That is, if I have to take the data from the program and I have to dump the data inside the file, what I will do? I will create the object of fstream, and after that I will open the file in the RAM, and after that with the help of insertion operator, right? With the help of insertion operator, I will take the data from the variable and I will put the data into the file, right? Yes, everyone. Okay. Great. Now what I have to do? Now I have to print the data also, right? Here. That is, now I have to take the data from the file and I have to print the data on the output screen, right, everyone? I have to take the data from the file and I have to put the data on the output screen. So let's see now how I can do it. That is now what I will do. This one. Okay, great. Here, right? This is our display function. And again, in order to take the data out from the file, right? In order to take the data out from the file, what I will do? Again, I have to create the object of fstream. So fstream here, and after that file, right? It can be anything. I am taking file here, right? And after that, again, in order to fetch the data from the file. Again, we have to open the file. Yes, everyone. Again, we have to open the file. That is file dot open. And inside this, what file I am opening, I have to write the name also, right? The relative path I have to write here. So here the path is what? Your employee, right? I have created this file in the same directory. So that's why I'm directly writing the name here. That is employee dot text, right? This one, this one. So what I have done, first I have created the file object. Okay, I have created the stream object, and after that I have opened the file, right? I have opened the file. Now what I will do, guys, now I will check whether there is any data or not. If there is no data, then why I will print anything, right? So first I will write a check here, that is if. Okay, everyone understand what is conditional statement? That is your if else, if and switch case, right, everyone? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Okay. So here, so let me give you a brief understanding of what if else also, right? So basically, what is if else here, guys? Okay. So basically, when we have to control the flow of the execution, right? When we have to control the flow of the execution, then we use control statement, right, everyone? Then we use control statement. So here, control statement here, right? So basically, correct. So in the control statement, we have this selection statement, right? We have the selection statement here, and we have iterative statement, right? And we have jump statement, right? This one here. So in selection statement, we have what? We have if else, we have this if else if, and we have switch case, right? Similarly, in the iterative statement, we have this loop, right? That is your for loop, while loop, do while loop, right, everyone? While, do while, right, everyone? And we have the jump statement. That is your return keyword, right? Your break, and we have here, right? We have this continue also. Okay. So when you use this selection statement, when you have given a condition, right? When you have given a condition, and on the basis of condition, you have two options, and you have to choose one option among them. That is, you have given a condition, and on the basis of this condition, you have two options, right? And you have to choose one option among them, right? Choose one option among them. Then you will use if else, right? Then you will use what? If else, right? That is, if I have to write a simple program, that simple program is what? Let's assume here, right here, Satvik is here, right? Satvik is here, and now he has to decide whether to carry umbrella with himself or not, right? That is, this is the umbrella here, and he has to decide whether he has to carry the umbrella or not on the basis of the weather. So here, if the weather is sunny, then he will not carry the umbrella, and if the weather is cloudy, he will carry the umbrella. So here you can see, if weather is sunny, right, then he will not carry the umbrella. That is see out, not carry, right? And if this condition is not true, if this condition is not true, that means the weather is not sunny, it is cloudy. So we will go in the else part, and in the else part, we will write the logic of the weather is not sunny wala, right? That is see out, carry the umbrella, right, everyone? Carry the umbrella here. This is clear. When to use if else, and when you have multiple options given, right, and you have to choose one option among them, then you will go with if else if, right? When you have given multiple options, you have to choose one option among them, you have to go with if else if. That is clear. So here also you can see, guys, in the code also, right? So while displaying the data, that is what I'm doing. First, I'm creating the object of stream. After that, I'm opening the file, And after that, now I have two options given, right? The first option is what? Either data is present in the file or data is not present in the file, right, everyone? So I have to handle both the cases. Yes, I have to handle both the cases. So here I will check. That is if data is not present. That is if not file, right? Here. So if not file, if here, if I am getting this as true, right? If I am getting this as true, that is not file here, right? If I am getting this not file as true, that means data is not present. So what I will do, I will write a statement here, that is cout no data present, right? No data present. Yes, everyone. And if this condition is, and yeah, after printing this no data is present, what I will do, I will close the file, right? File dot close here. Yes, everyone. File dot close here. And if this condition is not true, that means now the data is present, right? Now the data is present. That is cout, sorry, else, right? Else. If the data is present inside the file, what I will do? I will take the data out, right? I will take the data out from the file and I will put the data inside the variable, So here you can see, guys, this one. That is this one here. Okay, so here you can see, guys, right? So here we have the keyboard, right? And when you're typing something, when you're taking input from the user, what you are using predefined object, that is seen, and after that you are using this operator, right? Yes or no? You're using this operator to take the input from the keyboard, to take the input from the user, and to put the input inside the variable, right? That is int x, is equal to this one, right? Int x, and after that c in x. So basically what we are doing, we are first declaring a variable, and after that we are taking input inside the variable x. Similarly, if I have to take the data out from the file and I have to put the data inside the variable, what I will do? I will use the object name, that is file. After that, this operator here, this one here, and after that, where I have to put the data, right? So for name, I have to put the data inside the name. For ID, I have to put the data inside the ID, right, everyone? So here also what I will do, this one, that is file, and here this operator, and now I have to put the data of name inside the name variable, right? Put the data of ID inside the ID variable, and put the data of designation inside the designation variable, right? And similarly, I have to put the data of age inside the age variable, and CTC inside the CTC variable, and experience inside the experience variable, right, everyone? Yes or no? This is clear? This is clear? And after that, I will close the file here. That is file dot close, right? This one. And let's print the data also, right? Let's print the data also. That is cout. Okay. Now I have taken the data from the file, right? Here you can see this one. That is what I have done. I have taken the data from the file and I have dumped the data into the program, right? Into the program. Now what I have to do, I have to take the data out from the program and I have to print the data on the output screen, right? I have to print the data on the output screen. So this process is handled by which class? OStream class, that is cout. You will use cout, right? To take the data from the program and to print the data on the output screen, right, everyone? So here also I will use cout, and we have this name, and similarly we have ID, right? Similarly we have designation, and similarly we have age, right? That is, let me write like this, right? And let me give again space, and we have CTC, and we have experience, right? Right, everyone? We have this experience here. So now let me save the code, clear the terminal, that is clear here. And after that, let me run the code, right? That is first compile the code using G++ command, and after that /a .out, right? That is this one. Okay, great. So now this one, right? Hmm. So let me write the name, that is Abhishek, and employee, that is 1234. Okay, designation, it can be anything. Okay, let me take this as manager. And after that, age is 23, CTC is 12345, and after that, experience is 2 year, right? Here. So let me see whether we are able to, yeah. So we are getting the data, right? You can see, guys, we are getting the data, and that data is getting stored inside the file. And but we are not able to print the data, right? Why? Because we are not calling this display function, right? The logic of printing the data is where? It is inside the display function. So let me call the display function right here. That is this one here, right? Let's see now whether the data stored inside the file is getting printed on the console or not, right? So this one, and ./a.out. Okay, what mistake we have done? Okay, here you can see, guys, right? So you can see, guys, the data is getting printed. That is Abhishek 123 manager 23, and the other stuff, right? That is experience and other stuff, right? That is clear till this point, everyone. This is clear. Yes. Please give a thumbs up if this is clear. How to take the data from the user and how to put the data inside the file, and how to take the data from the file and how to print the data on the output screen. This is clear. Yes, Naveen. That's why I've written this code here, right? This one here. This one. If condition, right? If condition here. That is clear. If the file doesn't exist, that means no data is present, right? If the file doesn't exist, no data is present. Yeah. So great. So here, this one. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, give me a minute. Great. So here, this one, right? This one. Hmm. So guys, what we have learned till now, let's conclude that part, and after that we will take one more concept, and after that we will take the quiz. Okay. So here we have learned about file, right? File handling here. That is the data flow in stream of byte. That is in 0 and 1 format. That is clear. So here we have this file, right? We have this file here. We have the program here, right? We have the program here, and this one, right? So if you are typing something, right? If you are typing something here on the keyboard, right? On the keyboard, and that something you have to store inside the program, right? That is the data from the keyboard, from the external device, you have to put inside the program. Then this logic is implemented where? Inside the iStream class. And to use this logic inside your program, you have the predefined object, that is same, right? After storing the data inside the variable, your data structure, right? Now you have to put the data inside the permanent storage, right? Inside the permanent storage. And here my permanent storage is what? It is file, right? It is file. So here, to take the data from the program and to put the data inside the file, this process is implemented inside stream class, right? Inside the stream class, or you can say iStream class also. You can use both among them. Okay, either you can go with this one, you can go with this one. So basically we are going with this one because with the help of stream we can handle the outgoing data also and incoming data also, right? But with the help of iStream we will just handle this incoming data inside the file, right? So that's why we are using this stream here, right? That is clear. After that, now if I have to print the data on the output screen, right? If I have to print the data on the output screen, then what I will do, I will take the data out from the file and I will put the data inside the program. And that part is already handled by your stream class again, right? So again, you will create the object of stream class, right, everyone? You will create the object of stream class and you will take the data out from the file and you will put the data inside the program. And after that, if you have to print the data on the output screen, then what you will do? You will use cout, right? You will use cout for this one. This is clear. This process is handled inside the OStream class. And in order to use the functionalities, in order to use the method of OStream class, you will have to use the predefined object, that is your cout here. Yes, everyone. This is the conclusion. Till this point, everyone is clear. Okay, great. So now let's discuss about the iterative statement also, right? That is iterative statement. Okay. And before moving to the iterative statement, let's see where we have to use these iterative statement. Iterative statement is what? When we have to execute the same part of the logic again and again, then we can go with the iterative statement. That is, we have the for loop, we have the while loop, we have the do while loop to handle this kind of problem statement, right? That is executing the same logic again and again. So here also you can see, guys, right? This one. That is, if you have the file, right? If you have the file. So basically what we are doing, we are taking the data of the first line and we are storing the data inside your file. And after that, we are writing name, we are writing your ID, designation, right? Like this. Yes or no? So first line data will be taken out from the file and it will get stored inside the name variable, ID variable, designation variable. But what about the second line? If I have multiple lines, right? If I have multiple lines, then guys, then again and again you will write the same structure. Here also, it is not possible for me to write the same instruction 5 times or 10 times or 20 times, right? That will make my program more bulkier and the error will be like very complex to handle. Yes or no? Okay. So what I will do to handle this logic, what we are doing, we are executing this logic multiple times. So what I will do, I will use a loop, right? I will use a loop. That is clear. So basically we have some for loop, while loop and do while loop, right? Here. This one. So let's start with the for loop first, right? For loop here. So for loop is what? We have the for keyword. And after that, we have 3 parts inside the for loop. That is your initialization statement. And after that, you have the conditional statement. And after that, you have the updation statement, right? Updation statement here. and here you write the body of the for loop, right? Here you write the body of the for loop. So let me take one example. Okay, what this initialization statement means, that is, what is the starting point of the for loop? From where you are starting the for loop, right? Start point of the for loop. What is this conditional statement? How many times you have to execute the body of the loop, right? That is how many times body of loop gets executed, right? And what is this updation statement? That is after each execution of the body of the loop, right? What should be the updated part? That is how much you have to increment or decrement or whatever operations you have to do on this initialization variable, right? That is clear. So let me take one example, then you will get the more clear understanding. That is what I have to do. I have to print hello world 5 times, right? I have to print hello world 5 times here. So what I will do, I know I will use a for loop because it is a very hectic task to again and again write C out 5 times, right? What I will do, I will use a for loop, and inside this I will use int I is equal to 1. That is, I know my program will start, my loop will start from 1. And how many times I have to execute the body of the loop? How many I have to print, how many times I have to print this hello world 5 times. So till the time I is less than equal to 5, till that time I will execute the body of the loop. After that, I is equal to I plus 1, right? I is equal to I plus 1. That is, after printing for 1 time, I will increase the value of I by 1. That is 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, right? And here I will write the logic, that is C out, and here hello world, right? Hello world here, like this. Okay. Yes, everyone. This is clear. So basically, this one, right? So whenever you are dealing with the loop concept, okay, whenever you're dealing with a loop, always try to make a dry run table so that you get the clear understanding what is happening behind the scene, what logic you have implemented. Okay, then what is a dry run table? What is a dry run table? Dry run table is a table where you manually execute your code. Without using your machine, you manually execute your code and you get the output on the output screen, right? So here, let's see. So how I will manually execute the code here. How many part I have? I am having 3 parts. That is I, right, is equal to 1. That is your initialization part. After that, you have the conditional part, that is I less than equal to 5. And after that, you have the updation part, that is I is equal to I plus 1. Right, everyone? That is clear. So first, for the first time, this initialization part will get executed only for the first time during the whole cycle of the loop. Only for the first time your initialization part will get executed, and here the value is 1, right? And after that, after executing the initialization part, you will go to the condition part. That is, now the condition part will get executed, that is to the second statement. And now I will check whether the condition is true or not, that is 1 is less than equal to 5 or not. Yes, it is true. And if the condition is true, you will move inside the body of the loop. And now you will execute the loop body. That is what we are executing here. We are printing hello world. So hello world will get printed 1 time on the output screen, right? Hello world will get printed 1 time on the output screen. After executing the body of the loop, you will now go to the updation part. Nothing is there, right? You have executed everything inside the body. The moment you will encounter this curly close bracket of the for loop, you will go to the updation part. Now what you are doing, guys, you are updating the value of I by 1. That is, now the updated value is what? 2, right? The updated value of I is what? 2. That is 1 plus 1, 2. So now again you will check the condition. 2 is less than equal to 5. Yes, it is true. Condition is true. That means again move inside the body, right? And execute the body. That is, hello world will get printed again on the output screen. Again you will go to the updation, update the value of I, that is 2 plus 1, 3. Again check the condition. And likewise, the hello world will get printed 5 times, right? This is clear. The for loop is clear, everyone? Please write in the chat if the for loop is clear. Yes. Can you guys please comment in the chat if this is clear? The loop, for loop is clear? Yes. Similarly, we have the while loop also. Let's give 5 minutes to the while loop, and after that we will take a quiz. Okay. So while loop is what? Here, right? So it is similar to the for loop only, right? That is here. You have the initialization statement. Initialization statement. And after that, we have the while keyword. And after that, inside this, we have the conditional statement. And here we have the body. And inside the body, we write the updation statement, right? Updation statement. So if I have to write the same code using while loop, right? If I have to write the same code using while loop, what I will do? You can see this, guys. This time the initialization statement is outside the while loop, right? So here, first I will initialize my variable I with 1, right? After that, while I is less than equal to 5. That is how many times you have to execute the body of the loop. After that, here you will print hello world, right? And after that, you will increase the value of I. That is I is equal to I plus 1, right? This one. This is clear. Okay. This is clear. So here also, if I have multiple lines, right? Here. This one, let me show you the code also. This one here, right? In the employee.text, let's copy this line here and let me write this line, this line, this line, and this line here. So you can see, guys, I am having now multiple lines, right? This one BBB and this one CCC, this one DDD. Okay. And this one EE, right? So now I have multiple rows, right? And here what I have done, I have written the logic for printing one row, right? So print multiple rows, I can't write the same logic 5 times, right? I know I can use the power of loop, right, everyone? So I will use the power of loop, right? That is here. So after taking input for the first time, right? After taking input from the first time, now I will use a loop and I will check whether the data is present or not, whether you are still there inside the file or not, whether you have reached at the end of the file or not, right? So here, this one, that is while, okay. And here I have to write some condition, okay. That is this one, while I have to write some condition, and till the time the data is there, till the time you haven't reached at the end of file, till that time you will execute, right? Till that time you will execute. What you will execute? For the first time, you can see, guys, right? For the first time at line number 51, we have taken input from the file and we have stored the input inside the variables. Now first, what I will do, I will print the variable on the output screen, right? After printing the variable on the output screen, right here, this one, and then, right? Okay, to move to the next line. After printing the data on the output screen, now what I will do? Okay, now again I will read the line, right? Again I will read the line, that is the next row. And how I will read the next row? Again the same code, that is this one here, right? This one. And this while loop will run till the time, right? This while loop will run till the time you haven't reached at the end of the file. The moment you will reach at the end of the file, you will move out. So till the time you haven't reached at the end of the file. So how to check whether you have reached to the end of the file or not? So we have a function that is already implemented inside the upstream class, right? You have to directly use the function, that is with the help of object, that is file dot end of file here, right? This. So you are calling a function that is end of file, and this end of file will check whether you have reached to the end or not. If you haven't reached to the end, that means some data is present. You will read the data. First you will print the data. After that, you will read the data again, right? That is clear? Yes or no? Please write in the chat if this is clear. Yes, everyone. So let me run the code also, right? So you will get a clear understanding here. That is this one. Save the code, and after that, clear the screen. And here, this one, right? Hey guys. we are getting all the data printed on the output screen. That is for the first time. What we are doing at line number 51, we are reading the data, we are storing the data inside the variable. After that, we will go to line number 53. At line number 53, we are checking whether we are at the end of the line or not. If we are not, we are printing the data first. After that, we are again taking the input for the next line, right? We are again taking input from the next line. And again, we will check if the condition is true. Again, we will print the data and we will move to the next line and we will take the input from the next line. That is clear? Yes or no? Okay. Hmm. Please give a thumbs up if this is clear. So that is all for today's session, guys. In the today's session, what we have learned how to take input from the user and how to store the data from the program to the file, and how to take the data from the file and how to put the data inside the program, and from the program how to print the data on the output screen, right? So insert is clear, display is clear. In the next session, we will be discussing about the scope of variables, and after that, we will be discussing about the remaining part, that is the modify and search function of this employee management class. Okay. So let me call the ma'am and we can start with the quiz. So here, great. So till that time, guys, if you have any questions, you can put in the chat. Anything you have to ask related to anything. Yeah.
Hey guys, hello everyone. Hello sir. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Okay.
Good evening everyone. Again, the same rule, same thing. Like you will be needing two devices from one which you will be joining from the second one you will be joining from the second one you will be joining from. So there is one pin, this LetsUpgrade 56. This is the link that you need to put in that game pin area box. 12711756 is the game pin, or else you can scan this QR code and enter the game. And please guys, enter with your real name, do not use any fake or spam name for entering the game. So guys, yeah, and you will be getting 1 minute to answer per question. Each question there is 1 minute. And mama has made. Okay, Rohan, I will see. I will check it once I didn't receive them. Okay, I will check it once again. Wait. Thank you for sending it. And yeah, guys, again, there are a total 6 questions. Yeah. And also guys, please do join our WhatsApp channel. Like we have our WhatsApp channel. There we will share all the updates, all the reminders, all the invites for everything, like from a paid programs to placement opportunities to tech related queries, or everything we will be posting there. So make sure that you all are joining our WhatsApp channel for all the new updates. The link is there in the description box, so you can get the link from there and join it. Please, if possible, now only you join. You all join there. We'll wait till 55, 7:55, then we'll start.
Sir, can you please show the code right once? Uh, Satvik, I will share the code. Okay. Try to watch the recording. You will get the code again.
Please, guys, join fast. We are waiting. There are 44 people live, so please, at least we should reach 30, 30, 35. Who is this me? Please join with your real name, guys. Okay, so we'll start. We'll start with the game, guys. I guess मेरा guys, just 1 second. So, guys, I hope my screen is visible and everyone can see the question. The first one is the programming language that has the ability to create new data types is called dash. Repeating again, programming language that has the ability to create new data type is called dash. We have 15 seconds. Yeah. The correct answer is D. And the second question, which of the following statements is correct about the formal parameters in C++? Which of the following statement is correct about the formal parameters in C++? We have four options. Parameters with which functions are called. With second, which are used in the definition of the function. Third, variables other than passed parameters in a function. Fourth, variables that are never used in a function. Guys, answer fast. Only 12 people have answered. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 1, 0. The correct answer is A. Parameters with which functions are called. And Wasim is leading. We'll move to the third question. The C++ language is dash object oriented language. The C++ language is dash object oriented language. Pure object oriented, not object oriented, semi object oriented, or partial object oriented, or none of the above. Let's see who. The C++ language is dash object oriented language. And it's semi object oriented or partial object oriented. So we'll move to the fourth question. In a while loop, what is the condition that controls the loop execution? Yeah, Anita, the answer is C option. In a while loop, what is the condition that controls the loop execution? Uh, the options are: condition is evaluated after each iteration. Condition is ये क्या हुआ? You didn't got the time. Okay, guys. Sorry, something's happened and that question, the time got over. Okay, sorry. The fifth one, which of the following refers to the characteristic of an array? Again, for options, an array is a set of similar data items. An array is a set of distinct data items. An array can hold different types of data types or none of the above. Set of similar data items, set of distinct data items, hold different types of data types or none of the above. Refers to which of the following refers to the characteristics of an array? You have 25 seconds. The right option is A, is a set of similar data items. Prashant is leading. Now, the last question. What is the purpose of break statement in a loop? What is the purpose of a break statement in a loop? To skip the current iteration and continue the next, to exit the loop prematurely, to restart the loop from the beginning, or to increase the loop counter. Only 10 people have answered till now. 25 seconds. Eight, seven, six, three. Okay. So we'll see the podium now. Who are the winners? Rohan. Guys, I've sent one email ID. Oh, sorry. Guys, I have sent one email ID. So winners, please send the screenshot of this podium on this mail ID. We'll revert you there, and we'll give the we will give you the shout out on our social media account. So make sure that you're sending the screenshot of this podium. So, and yeah, guys, please we'll meet again, and please do join our WhatsApp channel. The link is there in the description box. Everything related to essentials or anything will be updated there, so make sure that you are joining them. And yeah, guys, bye bye, see you all tomorrow. Bye, sir. Bye,
Great,
everyone.
great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.